Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing all right. We're back to some F1, which hopefully makes a nice change. It's been ages since I've played my team. I've been playing quite a bit of F1 in the background, mainly like online lobbies and some rank stuff, and just enjoying the playthrough. I did another playthrough of Breaking Point, which was really good fun, off stream. But yeah, I thought I would jump back on just for a little bit today. I don't know how long we'll go for because we normally do our Baldur's Gate with Lionheart, Haxo, and Battlesy, but Battlesy's away on holiday this week, so we're having a break from that. But yeah, I thought I'd hop on and do a bit of F1. We'll see how we do. It's been a while since I've gone back. I think to my team, as I said, I think we've got Baku up first, Azerbaijan, which is not my best track by any means. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. But let's boot up the game and hope for the best, really. That's all we can hope for.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
There we go. If it wants to let us on. Try and get the mic a bit closer to me. The only problem with sitting further back in my chair, kind of reclined somewhat so that I'm in the seating position I need to be in to drive, is the mic ends up a long way away. But hopefully I'm not going to bash it with my arm. But yeah, we'll apologies for any strange noises. That's not where I need to go. I need to go into career. See, you can tell I haven't played in a while. My team, at least. Right, there we go. So we are Azerbaijan. It's round 4, and yeah, it's the Pickle Force Racing team. We've got, to be fair, we're 7th in the drivers' championship so far, which is pretty good going, and with 16 points, 61 points off of first place, but that's, I guess, to be expected. I think we went for a mid-level team, so we're going to be fighting in the kind of upper midfield. And Aiden Jackson is our teammate for this first year. And Jackson's done well. He's got 13 points to his name so far. And you can see how, certainly from when I first started playing this My Team, which was just as the game kind of came out, and we were only just at that point kind of seeing the first couple of upgrades coming into real life car packages. But I feel like this is fairly representative of fairly kind of on fairly in line with the real world F1 in terms of car performance. Lewis Hamilton didn't have a very good Mercedes wasn't great all year, but it being down here along with the likes of McLaren, who again didn't start off necessarily the strongest, but certainly had some really good upgrades throughout the year that helped them move towards the front of the field. I actually can't remember how Aston Martin did at Baku, but I feel like Lance Stroll being in 11th after 3 races is a little out of place, because he should be higher up than that. Can I go up the list? I can't. I think. Let me have a look when I go into game. But yeah, otherwise I feel like that's fairly consistent with real life F1 team. Let's have a look. And here we go in standings. Yeah, so Max Verstappen out in front, which is kind of exciting. Carlos Sainz second, George Russell third, Leclerc fourth, Perez fifth, Alonso sixth. Yeah, so actually, excuse me. Actually, that's probably quite a good fit. And then if you took myself and Aiden out of that lineup, that's probably fairly consistent, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't actually know what happens. I don't know if it's like a scripted event. I don't know. I wouldn't think it is, but I don't know whether or not Nick de Vries will make the whole of his season or not with AlphaTauri, but we'll have to wait and see on that front. But yeah, the rest of it's looking all right. How have we done so far? I honestly can't remember. So Max Verstappen, 3 back-to-back wins, to be expected. Lewis Hamilton did manage to take the fastest lap off of him in Saudi Arabia, though, in Jeddah. So we had a third. Oh, to be fair, in our first race, we managed a 3rd place. And looks like we got taken out, or we binned it, most likely, in Australia. So that's not helped. So that would have, to be fair, that would have probably catapulted us up into 6th place, maybe chasing down the likes of Perez and Leclerc on 30 points otherwise. So we could ideally do with finishing the race here with a point or 2. That would be ideal. Okay, so I don't think we've done anything to progress us further forwards with this then. Worn components, 1 or more. Oh dear, so we've already got something that needs replacing. That's not great. Oh, is it a gearbox by any chance? Of course it's a gearbox. 80% wear. Jesus, okay. Not great. Do I keep it in for the practice sessions then change? I feel like that would be the most sensible thing, and then have a decent gearbox either for like the last practice session or at least qualifying and the race. So we'll hold off on that. Otherwise, how's everything else looking? 7, 25%. Energy stores 14. MGUH 27. 16% on the MGK. 41 on the ICE. Okay, well, that's not too bad, I guess. And then how are we looking for the weekend? Yeah, fine. Fine, we've got options. Okay. R&D. What's in progress? Chassis weight reduction. Okay. Can we do anything more? We've got upgrades completed, which is the front wing bracket. Lovely. So I reckon roll dampers next. Sure. Oh, we're going to have them in time. Cool. Anything else we can do? Front wing gurney flap. Just before as well, so that's all right. Upgrades completed, gearbox materials. So we've got turbos. I see materials. Okay. Let's upgrade the combustion engine. We've got plenty of time. Cool. Okay. Well, there's plenty to R&D, which is good. How much money have we got? 5.86 mil. Probably okay then. So I think we can advance.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Lovely. Marketing. What does marketing mean? A lot of fans down as one of the favourites for this year's championship. I think not. I don't think the car's quite there yet. I'm going to say Esteban, because I feel like I think we can take the fight to Alpine. I think even with Mercedes' struggles this year in real life, based on game performance after 3 races, I think we'll struggle. Certainly to beat George. George has had a
Not an easy decision, but you handled it well. Thanks.
Getting all the bits through now. Lovely.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control.
Ah, okay.
We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
So the front wing gurney flap did come through. The roll dampness came through. The monocoque structure. Okay. So, okay, so we won't have it for Miami, but we'd have it for Imola. Sure. Okay. Oh, God. This could be difficult. let's try the average speed zone. So check one thing on the phone quickly before we crack on. Right, let's see how we do. Right, so gold needs a 77.5, a silver 75.5, and a bronze 72. Okay. Have to remember these cars are lethal. Cockpit near, I think. God, I've always stopped it. Oh god, no! Absolutely balls that up. I mean, it's bad enough on. Oh, going backwards. It's bad enough on. Bad enough in an actual F1 car. Oh no! That's going in the wall. It makes you appreciate just how much downforce and grip the F1 cars get and have. Yeah, so that's going to be nowhere near. That's fine. We'll get another couple of goes. ONG God, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. How you doing? Thank you very much for stopping on by. Let's try that again. God. Hang on. Let me bring up Twitch chat on my phone as well so I can actually see it. That would help. There we go. How's your Friday been, ONG God? Hope it's going well. Down to the wall either. Oh no, it's sliding! Well, we've somehow managed a bronze still with that case. If we don't hit the wall, I reckon we can get a silver. I reckon the silver's within grasp, but it's so difficult with like when they do these hot lap challenges, going into this when you've been like set up from the Formula 1 car as well, because the turning rotation is so different. As there's the brake force, don't clip the wall. The acceleration's so different, the grip's so different. Which I guess is half the point, but it's just give me a chance. Right, I need to brake a little bit. Go. Oh, we just made it. Held the gear change, I think, just long enough. Oh, what? That must have been like a 74.8 or 74.9. Ah, man. Does it show us what we got? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, no, yes, we did. Oh, but is it the average? It must be the average. Okay, well, tell you what. We'll quickly restart then, because I feel like I've got I've got to grips with it now. So when I spin it on the first bit now. Just got to remember now when I come to this corner in the F1 car, I've got to brake it because it's a lot harder. And later. I think that was a 134 still. But that's fine. Yeah, 134.7. Okay, that's fine. So we just need to get into the higher 75 this time and next time. That'll bring us average-wise over. Just got into the 75s. Might just have done. Oh, just off 74.95. Okay, so we need to get just over the 75. Probably need a 75.3 or 75.4 to get the silver. We can definitely probably go down to first gear for this first corner just to get the extra turn in. And I've got the brakes. Second gear around here. A little bit wider. Corner. There we go. I think we got a 75 then. I don't know if it was high enough. No, bronze overall. If we get a 75, it must be in the low. Tell me what I got. 75.3. Oh, we were just off. Hang on. Oh, sorry. I wasn't looking at it properly. That was my bad. And so actually, it was the fastest time round, so it didn't matter. I was just off because it's 75.5. Yeah, never mind. For a track that I'm not. Street circuits are not. I quite like Vegas, and Singapore's definitely growing on me with the new track layout, but Monaco, Baku, I'm just not the biggest fan of, but that's okay. It's purely a me problem. I lack the skill for them, really. Right, what have we got on the agenda? We're fourth in the constructors. That seems high. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be trial weekend, which is good. So we're fighting against Ocon. Let's have a look then. I mean, yeah, I guess it actually and Aiden had a really good finish in Saudi Arabia as well. Finished ahead of us. We must have had a problem then. I have to drop back a bit because usually Jeddah's a favourite. Never mind. Okay. Oh, I need to need to go on to advance. Right, so let's go. We'll do practice one. We'll get a couple. We'll try and get some points beneath us, and then we'll skip the others once I feel fault with the electrical system. Cool. Once I feel confident enough with the car. Now, can I load? I can load.
Right, I've got a little bit of an electrical problem at the moment. We're working on it, so don't worry. We're going to get you out there as soon as possible.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Yeah. We'll try that setup. We'll see how it goes. Is anyone out on track yet? Verstappen and Gasly are. He's on the hard tyre. see what Gasly's time is first. On a hard. I reckon it's going to be what, 145, 46? Oh, miles off actually. It's going to be like 40, 47, 48. Yeah, 48.5. Okay. Okay, it's done. And then I want to do track acclimatization on the hards. Let's see how we go. Don't pin it in the wall. Don't let that, and the camera's not right. This sounds very loud all of a sudden. Okay.
Okay, Mark here. You're causing unnecessary wear to your transmission. Try to take it easy or we're going to risk losing it. Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
I missed that one.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
I need to turn the volume down. It's very loud. I'm going to turn it down for stream as well because I feel like it's probably quite loud on both. But let me know if it is too loud, too quiet. Ooh, missed that by a mile. Got a little early there. Didn't break enough. Ooh. Good look after the wings. Ooh, wide there. I think we're going to hit like a 152. Breaking up. Oh, 150, I think. Bit late there, locked up there. That was better. earlier for that. Feels better. Break early for this one. There we go, that's better.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Hi Gasly, bye Gasly. Okay, it was getting better then. It's a little bit difficult. It must admit with the. It's been a while since I've done the practice programs. All that UI there, I can barely see the brake markers up on the top. Hey, I Cindy, how you
I
doing?
told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
The Weirdest Gamer, how are you doing? What wheel am I using? I'm using a. I'll wait for this sound to finish. Is everything just really loud? Or is it just me? The wheel I'm using is the. I've got a Fanatec GT Pro wheelbase, and I've got the Fanatec. It's the Formula 2.5 X wheel wheelbase and hub. Like I say, unfortunately, my camera's not low enough to probably tilt it down a bit actually. There you go, that might be a slightly better view. But yeah, it's the it's the Fanatec Formula V2.5 X. The only reason I went for it is because it was I think the only wheel with this base that would work on pretty much any kind of console or PC platform. Just to future-proof it as much as I could, I guess, really, in terms of what I might be playing on. I'm playing on PC at the moment. But yeah, it's the GTDD Pro. It's got the boost kit on it, so it's 8 Newton meters. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's only on a desk clamp to my desk, but the desk it's a fairly sturdy desk. It's a full length piece that I made and set up, so it's a little bit more rigid than like a desk stand, which does help. But I just have to. I have an intricate process of kind of setting up my chair, and then twisting the wheels to stop my chair from going backwards when I'm pushing the pedals and things as well. So it all it all works out in the end. Vampire Survivors plus Among Us. Really? Oh, cool, I see any. Many will love that. Right, let's see, because time is a passing. We got third with that on hards. It's not bad. Only 0.3 off. And we got 4 out of 5 there, so that's not bad. So we'll try a race. We'll see if we've got time for the race strategy. Probably don't, to be honest. It's there. Let's give it a go. Let's try flying that. Post in game chat. Awesome. Thanks, I've seen it. I will take a look after the... yeah, after the F1.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
I'll try, Mark, but you know me. No promises. Bit too early on the turn. Stay away from the walls. Avoid the walls, don't do a Charles Leclerc. Ooh, didn't break enough. Ooh. Probably don't need third there, just need to turn in a bit earlier. Ooh, too late on the turn in. Probably a little early on the brakes there. That's it. Little wide, carrying a bit too much speed probably. Turning in a little too soon whilst on the brakes. Oh, yep.
Wow, that was
Took
a heck
too
of
much
an
on the
impact. Let
inside.
me know you're okay.
I knew as soon as I moved across, I was like, that's far too far. But that's far too far round. Let's come back. Oh, Christ, what am I doing? Okay. I don't know what happened there. It was full throttle with my foot halfway on the... Right, let's just take the foot off. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Okay, well, we're still a second up, right, so I can clip the curb. Christ, what's the engine bottoming out there? Ooh, missed the wall. Damn it. Okay, we'll see how it is with a bit of... Christ, I can't even... Probably needed more brake. By some miracle, we're still in positive time. We'll see if we can just get the laps in, complete the program. Just give me a bit of extra practice. I don't want to have to try turn the driving line on, but I don't have to. I know it's been a while since I've been to this track, but... the gears won't change.
You might struggle to get into gear at the normal speeds. We're seeing a fault with the gearbox.
Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I've got. Gears won't change. That's why it was holding it long. That makes me feel a little bit better. Maybe it wasn't all my fault. Gears won't change. I'm stuck in 8th. Sorry, guys. Why did Max Verstappen just run into the back of me? Okay, I was over on the side, but never mind. Max Verstappen's out! Amazing.
The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful.
Rain's coming? There wasn't any rain on the reservoir. Go past me, guys. I'm driving offline for you. Now I've got to come online, but... I can't shift. This is great.
Could you describe the conditions around the track at the moment, please?
This is great.
What?
Yeah, there will be soon, ICD. Oh, okay, I've got third gear back. Second gear back, yeah. No upshifts. Okay, there's third. Nope, it's gone to 1. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll just count to... That's a little annoying, because I wanted a few more practice laps, really. Okay, we'll get it back to the pits. It's changing gear now by itself, almost. It's not my fault. They told me they fixed it. It's not my fault. Exactly! In the famous words of Han. I mean, to be fair, they warned me going into this race that my gearbox was going to be struggling, but it was more the... I didn't want to change it before qualifying if I didn't have to, but it's at 83%. To be fair, that's 17% in theory before max usage. I'd say it's failed pretty catastrophically at this point.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
All the way at the end of the pit lane, of course. Come on, lads, wheel us back in. Any time now. Right. Any time, lads. I don't think, yeah, we're not going to have enough time to go back out again, which is a shame. So we'll come back and do a little bit more practice, perhaps, just to...
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
I know, Mark. I know. In fact, I could change the gearbox now, at least. Yeah. And then in theory, it won't be ready now. It might be... It'll be ready... well, I actually don't know if it'll be ready next session. We'll have to finish it off next session and then go out. I just want to get a couple more laps
over the line.
under my belt to make a decision as to whether or not I'm going to need to put the line on for qualifying in the race. I don't want to if I don't have to. It's always much more immersive without the line. And there's plenty of tracks that I can race okay without the line. I just right, so that is pending. Cool. Let's go to the next session. But yeah, it's been a while since I've raced here at Baku. So who knows? Right, let's see. Here's the car. I mean, it says pending, but hopefully it'll be... Oh no, it's gone to one shot. Has it? Am I doing one practice session? Is that it? I thought I had multiple. Oh god. Oh, it's a sprint race. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. This is qualifying for... Actually, that's a good point. What have they changed it to now? Is this qualifying for... It's still the old... Is it still the old rules so far in this? This is qualifying for sprint, right? Sorry, this is qualifying for the race because the sprint will dictate the start order, I think. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can get round. Yep. There's an annoying bug for some reason. I had my brake bar set 50. It should be starting at 56, so I've moved it one click on my wheel to go to 57. Sometimes, for some reason, the first time you change it, if you've not brought up the panel in game, it defaults it to 50 again. So I've just lost all. I put all of the braking to the front, which has locked the rear tires. So that's not great. So let's try it again with the correct brake bias. In fact, let's just check that the correct brake bias is set. Yeah, fine. Try this again. I think we're going to have to brake into the first corner. Okay, somehow we're in first place. Oh, let on the brakes there. Too much curb. Lost a lot of time. Look, the car has good pace when it's got a good gearbox in it. Christ, Hamilton's in front. Oh, wheel spin. Oh, locked up. No. Let's take that back. We can try and keep the flashbacks to a minimum. But there we go. Not too much curb. Yeah. There we go. Right, who's got the better straight line speed? Pickle Force Racing or the Mercedes? I think it might be even. Oh no, we're gaining slowly, and then and then we've run out of gears. Well, I'll take 10th. Oh, 9th in the end. I'll take that. So we've definitely got pace in the first two sectors. So in actual fact, it looks like. Yeah, top speed, straight line speed, not the best, which we kind of know about with this car, but certainly in the low and medium speed corners, it looks like the car's handling quite nicely.
We're all ready for tomorrow's
And we
race,
only
but
clipped the
before
wall
we begin,
twice.
let's have a quick look at
144.4. Okay, it's by no means
Oscar Piastri and Carlos Sainz. Well, that
earth-shattering,
wraps up
but that'll do.
qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we
Where did
head
Aiden
into
get?
the Grand
Aiden got
Prix.
13th. Okay. Okay, and it's the sprint race first, isn't it? Of course. And we out-qualified Ocon, which is good. We've got some points on our rival from Team Acclaim. Oh, and now it goes to practice 2. Right. Do we just skip forward to get into the race? Well, we don't have to. We can do quick practice, so we can at least get some points. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. What will be, will be. Right. Let's use 7 minutes there for that. Let's take that one. We can. Come on. Ah. Lovely. Okay. That is it. That'll do. All right, I'm going to quickly run to the loop super quick before we go into the sprint race, and then we will, see how we can do in the sprint race here at Baku. Hopefully our teammate will get a good result. Hopefully Aiden will, come out swinging again and get a good result. Let's just say pre-race. Nail the start, lead out turn 1, win by miles. Any questions? Well, I mean, might be a tad difficult from 9th on the grid mark, but we'll see. I think we just need to be patient. Here. Certainly in the after we get around turn 1, the shorter straights, I think we can probably be quite aggressive with. In terms of closing the gap, and then coming out of the end of Sector 1 into Sector 2, I think we can probably make up some ground there. And then we probably just need to try and save ERS, I think, as much as possible so that we can get a good run down, start-finish straight, and try and just see what we can do. Right, we will be right back, and we'll do the sprint race. as he bashes the microphone. Here we go. Let's get going. And it's a 6-lap sprint race, I think. So soft tyres, no stops. Hope for the best. I don't actually know if in this shorter sprint race whether the game could even like bring out a safety car or anything like that. I assume not, but virtual safety cars maybe. But I yeah. It would be pretty intense. It'd be very Abu Dhabi-esque. Abu Dhabi 2021-esque, I think, if a safety car came out in a 6-lap sprint race.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint.
It
Not
is.
very off the back of a fantastic.
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline.
Hamilton got first, Christ. Yeah, there's just no point. Now, I don't actually know what the fuel rates are for this race. So, I think we've obviously got very heavy braking zone into turn 1. Turn 2, medium. Turn 3, medium high. Turn 4, 5, 6, 7, fairly low. 8 low, 9. Let's put it at 6.5 and hope for the best for the sprint race, and that should give us a little bit of insight into the race, and hopefully we'll finish it.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Okay.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
Turn Phil Mixon to lean. Well, I don't think it matters here. Oh, that sun could be a bit lethal through there. Bit blinding coming up the hill. Through the castle. Oh, dead on the mark.
Parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
We'll try, Mark. We'll
Keep
try.
an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
We'll do. bit of wheel spin. I think we've made Leclerc into the first corner. Got Russell there as well. Oh, everyone behaving, just about. Somebody not behaving there, though. I heard an alert. Oh, Weirdest Game, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. Thank you for stopping in and yeah, watching along. Hope you're enjoying. It's more you know, you're going to get more excitement and enjoyment probably from the lack of skill than the skill of my driving. But I enjoy it. That's the main thing. do you play F1 at all? Weirdest Gamer or any other kind of sim racing games, ACC or iRacing, or is it just something that you enjoy watching here on Twitch? Back end drifting a bit. Oh, Russell, don't slow down that much. Nice. Oh! I don't know why all of a sudden the car doesn't feel like there's as much front end grip as there was. I don't know if it's the weight, fuel weight maybe. Turn. Oh. Need to try and stay within DRS of these guys, otherwise I'm going to be a sitting duck. Let's burn through some. You can play this game with skill duck. I know you can, Icini. You can. It's very rare that I do, but... Far too early on the... Well, letting off on the brakes.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
It's fine. Perez is coming. Bit late there on the turn-in. Okay, we're holding Perez off though with the ERS. You alright? I reckon I can brake a little bit later and harder there. Oh, good boy, Piastri. That's it. Hold everyone else up. What?
Battery charge
Okay.
is high. Let's use that overtake button a
We're
bit
safe
more.
from Perez. Ooh. That was definitely wall. I think we caught the right part of the tyre for it to cause some damage. I'm turning in a little early there. Not letting it fully brake. I need to, yeah, that's it. Come on, he's kept up Russell again. Perez back in DRS range. Will be available next lap. The thing I wanted to get into, I love racing games with controls, are not as fun. Yeah.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I'm a big F1 fan. Anyway, I've always thoroughly enjoyed watching it. I've enjoyed some earlier racing games as well. I used to play a lot of the earlier dirt games. Oh God. Okay. Let's flash back. I don't know why I don't know if it's that new gearbox smell, but it does seem like it's very aggressive on the revs. Maybe it's just me, but Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed lots of the earlier Formula One games. I enjoyed playing the original Toga Touring Car games as well, way back in the day on the PlayStation. And they were as good as I could get at the time with a controller. And I've slowly worked my way up from. I've had a couple of different, very very basic wheels, and I treated myself last year to this Fanatec base setup. And again, for someone like me who I'm definitely by no means the quickest person out there. I never will be. I unfortunately I don't have the time, and I've probably learned too many bad habits over the years to kind of get myself really really fast now. But the really nice thing is as I've changed my wheels and as I've changed equipment, I've definitely seen an improvement. And there are other things that you can learn about. From changing your setup and everything else, and playing more of the game to generally improving. But the main thing is as long as you're having fun, and that's what I enjoy here. I know the Formula One games are not, they're more of a simcade type game when you compare it to things like Assetto Corsa or iRacing, which I've dabbled with as well, which I enjoy. But again, because I enjoy F1, this is kind of a perfect setup for me. Anyone have a recommendation for good Star Wars? So I guess it really depends on how much you want to spend. I mean, at the moment, I know Fanatec specifically, certainly buying direct from them, they're having some shipping issues and delays because of shipping issues. But there are UK stockists as well that you can go to, third parties and things like that. Or there's always the Moser side of things that you can look at. So I mean, if you have nothing at all, and you think, actually, I'm not sure I want to take the leap into like a dedicated rig and hardware to support all of that and everything else, then perhaps looking at something like the Thrustmaster or the Logitech line, the Logitech G, I think it's the G29, is very, very good. Logitech also have their own, I don't know if it is, I think it is an actual direct drive wheel, but is it the Logitech Pro wheel now? I think it is. That could be an option that's a bit more expensive, and I think it's more like price comparable with like your entry level direct drive wheels, like the Fanatec and the Moser systems. I think the lower end of the Logitech scale and the Thrustmaster scale, you're probably looking at maybe £200-300. I think all in for the wheel, motor, and pedals. For Fanatec and Moser, I think you're probably looking at between £500 and £700 for their kind of basic setups. And you have to be a little bit careful here in the UK now, because of good old Brexit. There's now import duty to pay on those, so you do have to allocate a little bit out from that. So it's just worth bearing in mind. But look, honestly, it depends what you want out of it. You're from the States, perfect. So you shouldn't have a problem. There are plenty of stockists in the States that should have Fanatec stock. If not, I think you'll be fine buying direct from Fanatec anyway, because you should get that import cost paid in the shipping rate that's shown to you on the website, I think. But check on the Fanatec website or Moser website as well, and they're able to give you a good sense check of that. But I guess it just depends. If you've I guess it depends. I guess the question to ask is, what kind of sim racing games do you think you might want to play? Is it going to be things like the F1 games, which are more kind of sim arcade-ish, or do you think you might, or like things like Dirt Rally, or the Dirt series of games, or the World Rally cars game that's just come out? Or do you think you're going to be more interested in the likes of perhaps like GT3 racing, so your likes of Assetto Corsa, ACC, iRacing, for example? What do you think you'll be racing in, or wanting to race with in? Christ, I lost Russell there in the sun. I thought he'd gone straight into the barrier. Okay, we'll straight and then I'll read the chat. You can see the message. before we get into the DRS train that we've got here. So look, so Dirt, F1, Forza, the series I'm going to be doing on the series I'm doing on the controller before once again. Okay, cool. So and is this on console or are you playing PC? That's probably another good question to ask. But that's fine. So for those types of games, yeah, PC gamer, perfect. So for those games, really, I guess, and are those games that you typically spend? Do you think you spend the majority of your time on the racing games, or do you split that between then other types of games, shooters, MMOs, whatever else it might be? Do you think that's more of an even split, or do you think you spend more time on the racing side of things? Because I think that's probably where you probably want to then you can probably then look at where you think your budget might be for it. Based on that, I think if it's more of an even split, then something like the Thrustmaster or the Logitech wheels are probably the better fit. Because actually you can play the likes of Dirt, F1, Forza with that kind of wheel. So it's not a direct drive wheel, or typically not a direct drive wheel, but you'll get plenty of enjoyment. There's plenty of decent feedback on them. Less customization, because that's kind of what you're paying for. You're paying for that consolidated piece of kit and hardware. If, however, you're predominantly playing just racing games, and you think that you might do more, then something like a Moza or Fanatec is possibly the way to go. And obviously, if you were just doing it solely, and that's really what you want to get into, then you could also look at other higher grade systems like SimiCube and things like that. Overall, it's likely about 50-50 with the occasional obsessive run as just driving. Fine. So, if you've never had anything before, I think probably my kind of best advice right now would be have a look at the Logitech and Thrustmaster wheelbases and ranges. They should come with it'll come with a wheelbase, an integrated wheel rim, and a set of pedals. Usually, you just get the two. It's rare that I think for those ones that you get a set of three. Although they might have changed them now. They might just do a set of three pedals straight across the board. That I think would be like perfect for your type of gaming if you're doing like a 50-50 split, where you want something more tangible and real world kind of looking feeling, as opposed to the controller or keyboard and mouse and everything else. I think that would make total sense. One thing you could do is if you look at the price and you think actually that's a little bit more expensive, and the price gap to the next stage up, like a Moza or a Fanatec wheel, is only then like 100, 150 out from that. If you're looking at that price range and going, I'm not sure, maybe I should just spend the extra money for something like that, perhaps what I would recommend in that case is maybe in the first instance, look and see if you can get like a second-hand wheelbase instead. Get something a bit cheaper, test it, and see if you really, really enjoy it. Because then ultimately you can just go, yeah, actually, I bought this, cheap, maybe even got it half price or something like that, second-hand. I do want something a bit more realistic, more customizable, etc. Then that's when you can spend your money on that. That's what I would recommend. I did look at, to be fair, in the States, I think there are probably places that you can go where you can actually sit and test out sim rigs. So if there's something, unfortunately, I have no idea what the kind of places would be called or things like that. But I know certainly there's a lot more choice and kind of variety out in the States or option for that. Whereas here in the UK, you kind of have to be either lucky to live near a specialist of like sim racing gear that might have like a sim racing setup somewhere that you can go and try before you buy, or you have to go to an event and just hope that there's some stuff there that you can try. But I think in the States you probably have a little bit more. You probably find that more kind of gaming stores and things like that might have a sim rig that set up that you could go in and try. If you could, I would recommend definitely doing that, because ultimately that's going to be the key thing. How do you get on with it? And like, don't get me wrong, it's very different. Like when you first get in, it's going to be very different. And certainly if you try different types of wheels, you're going to find a difference between that. But again, that's the fun of it. You can find something that really suits your playstyle, hopefully. So yeah, hopefully that's not been too confusing. Hopefully that's been somewhat helpful. I think, yeah, have a look at your options. If you're going to be a 50-50 split, probably the Thrustmaster or Logitech G29 are probably really good options right now. if you want to try before you buy, or get something second hand, so you can maybe then elevate and go something a little bit more expensive, but still entry level and not breaking the bank too much. Hopefully, then yeah, maybe the Moser or Fanatec setup. That was an awesome one. Well, I'm glad to help. I mean, again, I'm very much. I came up from a very, very cheap, I think it was like a Ferrari racing wheel, which was like 40, 50 quid. Very plasticky, awful. Had almost no resistance. The next thing I got was it was a slight upgrade to that. It was like a very basic Thrustmaster wheel. And then I got given by a friend a very old, but it was great, and it still works now. It's brilliant. Logitech GT Driving Force wheel, which was really good. And it was the first kind of wheel that gave gave more realistic feedback on turn in, turn out, etc. And you could feel the movement of the car in the wheel, if that makes sense. And then I treated myself to this because I love my Formula One, I love racing, and there will be times when I will just play this non-stop, and then there'll be times when I'll play other things. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I don't regret it for a second. In fact, I even sounds sad. This wheel has Alcantara on the grips, although I do wear gloves with it to try and protect the wheel, but also stop my hands getting super sweaty. I actually spent some time this morning just cleaning the Alcantara because I've not cleaned it since I bought it over a year ago. And yeah, it's come out looking great. So there you go. Right, back into the race. We're going down this straight now. We've got DRS on George Russell. He's got Lando Norris. I see we're bottoming out. There's nothing there. I need another gear. I need a ninth gear. Oh, Lando's got past Piastri. Whoa, wheel spin. Back out a little bit. The good news is that Alonso's got past Perez, so that's going to help us a little bit.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
We're actually gaining fuel back. There are parts of the lap where we're burning for a little bit more. We are definitely gaining quite a bit in the braking zone. That sun though. Blimmin' heck, I'm losing the back of George's car every time over there. I was kind of hoping George might lock up and go a little bit deep, but right, Alonso's pushing now. We need to use some of this ERS to defend from behind and attack Russ in front. Oh god, we've lost the wheel.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay.
I was doing what I shouldn't have been doing. I was using ERS midway through the corner, and it just pulled me wide. In fact, we'll see it here. So here, I had ERS fully open. You see, I'm actually a bit late to turn in. Should have been turning in now. And yeah, it just never made the exit. So let's try that again. Let's back out a bit then. I think I've lost probably, lost quite a lot off the rears. And that's what's causing me to slide about a bit through the corner, so I just need to be really careful. I haven't got enough gears. Patience through the corners. Ooh. Yeah, these tires are done. I reckon I can get Russell, but I'm probably going to have to do it here in one of these sections.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel
Because
remaining now.
he's definitely slowing right down, really waiting to put the power down. Which just means I can come off the brakes very early, but then just like glide into the corners a bit. So I can actually hold a little bit more speed than he can into those, which is great. Oh, I'm really worried that the back end is going to step out there. Oh, Georgie boy. Naughty. I thought he was going to stay hard left. He did not. There we go. Ah, crap. Alonso's in 1 second. That was better, though. Come on. I'm going to burn through it now. Last lap. Let them out. I've got nothing. I'm not gaining.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Oh, late down the inside. Oh, we pushed him wide. No contact. Beautiful. A little late there. Just out of DRS though. He's going to have it now. But I think we're going to be okay. A little deep there just to protect. Okay, tyres are very sensitive right now. You can feel them locking up. Leclerc's come right back into this. Need to save ERS now for the final. Final straight.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh. Late, very late there. Right up from my backside. Not where I want him to be. Don't do it, George. Locking all the way into that corner. I think I just managed to hold it off. In fact, yeah, it's compromised with Leclerc behind. We might be alright. Oh, but I've gone very deep there. Got some marbling. George is going to come back. But I think we've done enough to get 6th place here, which is, I think, to be fair, good. Clearly the McLarens had extra pace because, you know, George was holding them up for a long time. I should have looked at the fuel left, but I think we were well over, so we could go a little bit under, I think. George overtakes and sprint for the into turn 1, but never mind. Yeah, okay, that was all right. That was all right. Impressive. Hamilton got first. But yeah, so there's definitely, certainly through the medium and low speed corners, we've definitely got pace. So let's see now how that translates to a slightly longer strategy of the race. So
Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table.
Yeah, so
with the sprint
Verstappen came in
wrapped up,
second.
we now have our
He
grid line up
didn't
for
manage
the
to get
big race
past
tomorrow.
Lewis.
Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a
So we got 3
fantastic
points from that though,
race.
which is good. That's going to move us. I don't think we're going to be up above the next person in the standings, but it's going to move us close to them, which is good. Aiden in 12th. I think he made up a position. But the good news for us is though that both Alpines below us, below him. Yeah, Russell. I feel like in a longer race, I feel like we'd have probably ended up holding up Russell for a while, probably cooking our tyres, and Russell would have got past us, and probably then the likes of Leclerc and Alonso as well. To be fair, we were quite lucky that Alonso attacked Perez quite early on, and then I don't know what happened. Leclerc obviously came through both Perez and Alonso as part of that, but we yeah, made some moves, got to where we needed to go. So now on to the actual feature race. So just gonna keep it out the wall. Excuse me. Try and be kind to the tyres. It's high wear. It's high wear. So I think we probably need to take yeah, just need to settle into a good rhythm. Go from there. Yes, what does that do? Okay, so that moves up 1 point behind Lewis Hamilton in the driver's stand. Hang on. Oh, because Hamilton, I was going to say, Hamilton got some points there because he was below us to start with. But that's good, because we're only 3 points off Alonso in 6th. And if we get a decent result here, we can be starting to close the gap into the likes of Leclerc and Perez. I don't think we're going to be in the top three for this season, but I would happily take us finishing in the top six. I think would be a great result, driver standing wise, and I think team wise, fourth should be our goal, ahead of Aston Martin and McLaren. Certainly no lower than fifth, and we definitely don't want to be losing out to Alpine as their season progresses. But let's see what happens in the race.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drive...
Yeah, so that'll be something.
Before we begin, let's take a quick...
What we need to have a think about is if there is a safety car, if there's a safety car, we probably... I don't really want to move on to the hard tyres too early if we don't have to, because the hard round here are not, I don't think, a particular... Well, I think in real life they were the better tyre over the mediums, but I feel like I would almost be I guess if it comes out, it's an 18-lap race. If it comes out before lap 8, I feel like we'd have to go onto the hards. We could pit, then go onto the hards, and then be done strategy-wise and make it hopefully to the end on the hards. But they're really only good for 9 laps. So we'll see. We're obviously going to get a lower deg rate with lower fuel. Well, depending on how much we're pushing, I guess. But the alternative is that I think starting on the mediums is the right move, and then plan to go one stop onto the softs. The alternative is, if it happens super early in the race, I kind of feel like if it happens like before lap 5, I feel like going onto the softs might be a better solution, and then just do a double soft stint and see what time we can make up, and either hope for something else or see what happens. Millie, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub for 40 months. What have you been up to this afternoon? I know you're only over there in other room, but what have you been doing? Have you seen the message that I seen you put in the channel regarding Vampire Survivors and Among Us crossover? That sounds right up your alley. Right, I reckon we can go under on some laps as well. I'm kind of nervous as to by how much though. Ah, you're working on Mum's Christmas present. Excellent. Brilliant. I tell you what, we will go for 18 laps flat and see, and hope we don't get screwed over by this. Okay, so we've got formation lap first.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Let's have a quick look. Who's on what tyre? Let's start. So we've got Hamilton and Verstappen on the softs. We've then got Sainz going for a long run on the hards. Then Oscar, Lando, and myself. Sorry, Lando, Oscar, and myself on the mediums. Leclerc behind us on the hards. Then we've got Alonso, Perez, and Albon on the softs. Ocon on the hards. Gasly on the mediums. Stroll, Magnussen, Russell. Why is Russell that far down? He must have had a penalty. No, of course he didn't. It's because it's qualifying, isn't it? That's fine. Oh no, he must have had a penalty then. Yeah, I don't know what happened there then. Yeah, so that's interesting. So really, the big threat is, well, hopefully we want Leclerc to hold up Alonso, Perez, and Albon at the start, burn through some of their soft tyres early on for us, so that we can try and maintain our medium tyres, because we're probably going to struggle to attack Lando and Piastri, because they seem pretty quick in the McLarens on the medium tyres. Yeah, I don't think we've got to worry about Ocon this race. I think that's going to be. Piastri. A little love tap.
Okay, so not an ideal part.
Oh, don't be like that. Come on, let's not have that. It was a little love tap game. Don't be like that. Let's just let's not.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Go off track with it, because we can. It's alright, fellas. What needs machine guns, Orsini? A car or?
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
F1. God, can you imagine the carnage? There's got to be like a GTA mod for like F1 cars with machine guns on them, surely. Just warming the tyres and gearbox. Yeah, essentially. So the gearbox mapping is mainly just to check all the gear ratios are kind of there. Although it doesn't actually matter too much on that front. The only kind of tangible element in this part is the tyre temps. So we've got those up on the right hand side there. Ideally, we'd want them close to the 90s. Certainly for the soft tyres, you want them in the like mid 90s for optimal grip. To be fair, high 80s for mediums are probably okay. Mid to high. And again, it's a very rear tyre heavy track. That's where we're going to see the most wear. So they're warming up nicely. It's the front that could do with a little bit more, hence the somewhat sporadic weaving. Don't mind me, fellas. Just out.
Okay, not the best placement there, mate. Let's try and
A
get a
bit
good
too long.
launch as the race starts.
Never mind. Right,
Keep an eye
here
on
we
the
go.
lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
We want to try
Be
and
ready with the
stay.
clutch.
I don't know why it drops out like that. Only does it in full race mode, I think. Piastri trying to cover us off. Almost went into the back of Norris. Missed the gear. God, we're being swallowed up by like 3 cars. Oh God, yeah. Okay, let's slow down. Let's hit again. I was panicking already from this bit, trying to avoid damage. To be fair, I shouldn't have been there. I should have backed out and moved further right. But we got lucky that Lando knows what he's doing. It's these scenes behind us now that are scary. Oh, I've done it again. I need to stop looking behind me. Right. Oh! Okay, 3 into 1 did definitely not go there, so I'm glad we stayed out of that. But oh, there's 3 behind as well. Right. Let's try and attack Albon. We're actually under on fuel. Never going to get through there. At least the sun's not blinding us up here through the castle. We need to try and keep Perez behind. I don't know what happened to Leclerc. I think he must have taken damage into one of the corners. He's not held anyone up. Oh, and we... Yeah. All that practice from qualifying, I didn't... Not need to pay attention to the brake forwards. We'll be alright. Oh. There we go. Perez right behind us. Okay.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around.
We've just got to hope that the Red Bull's top speed isn't going to ruin us here. Okay, I think we're all right there. Yeah, that was advantageous. Let's not do that. Aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive. I think I need to try and drop my brake pass back a bit as well. Oh, too wide doesn't go. It does. And then Perez is straight onto him. Okay. I mean, he moved over really early for that corner, and you're never going to get round that corner on the inside at full whack as such. So they're now battling, which is good for me. And actually, Albon's got great straight line speed.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Still battling. Oh, they're fighting with Sainz because Sainz is on the hard tyre. Oh, yeah, little lock up. Come on. I'm racing bots. Yes, this is my team career mode. So this is the Pickle Force racing car. So we're just racing the AI at the moment. I've been doing a lot of online racing more recently. I've been doing a lot of the in-game ranked mode, online ranked mode, which has been good fun. But I thought I'd come back and do some my teams. It's been a while, and I never finished off my. I didn't even get as far as finishing my first season in it, so I thought I'd come back now and do some more in this. DRS now, yep. This might save us from Perez now, but we're in this DRS train.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.8 seconds.
Norris is struggling. Come on.
Be warned, the floor is now critically damaged.
Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that straight on. I didn't. So this corner, I've done this so many times trying to overtake either people or bots. It juts out so much. You turn in, and you turn in tight on the front, and the rear. The rear is going to be the thing that clips. And the number of times I've done that and broken my wing. So let's not do that. Okay, let's let Norris thwack us. So let's try and hold it up. Okay, we got lucky there, I think. You can only really dive down there inside of that corner if we're starting a lot further back. Come on, let's not chew through the tyres this early, please. Already, Jesus.
Okay, clear.
I don't know. I think Perez might have actually given us a little tap coming out of the middle corner. I think he's going slow. Or at least he's certainly holding them up, but then so are all of the... That or he's had a little whoops. Oh, Gasly's out. Okay. Is that a safety car? Safety car? No. Ooh. Let's not drop too many gears. Right, we're catching up to Sainz though, actually. He's obviously... Yeah, just really doesn't have the pace on his side. That's why I kind of wanted to avoid that strategy of having to shift onto them if we get like a medium, if we get a safety car in the middle of the race. But before the soft tyre window, because we're just going to struggle. Should have a nice slipstream though down the start finish straight here. Have to lift a little bit just to let Lando kind of work his way through. He's got just right. Look, we're bottoming out. That's it. That's all the power we've got.
Okay, you're in the dirty air of the car in front. Let's get past them.
There to leave us room. That was really nice. Close that off. On to the back of Sainz now. Back end sliding now. Take a slightly different approach to that corner now, I think. Oh, okay. Bring the brakes forward a little bit. They're not as well worn. We are going to. The tyres are going to. Are dropping off really quite quickly now, which does make this part of the race quite difficult because we ideally want to make some inroads on Sainz and Oscar. Because Oscar's in a podium position. Oscar's P3. But these tyres are working their way through. How are we looking for? Okay, fuel we're looking fine on. That'll help us towards the end of the race. Yeah, thought that was coming. Gently on the brakes. A little bit earlier for that corner now. We don't really have the grip in the rear tyres to help slow us down enough to then get the turn in. And I can lift on that corner as well, which is helping us actually with fuel. So one to remember for next time in Baku. We can definitely save an awful lot more fuel by lifting into the corners. Especially if we've got some hard runners in front of us. Whoa. You can see actually the Sainz and Piastri sliding in front of us as well. It's not just us.
Okay, you've got P5, P5. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Norris behind. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 2.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 8.8 seconds. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Okay, information on Sainz. They've got an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Okay, that's good. Don't squeeze us. I knew that was going to happen going around there. Let's
Are you okay? That was a big
No, I'm
one.
not okay.
Confirm
Mark.
you're okay, please.
I've slid into a wall. Oh dear. I'm turning in under as I'm while still too much braking underfoot. Brake a bit earlier, lift off. Trail brake a bit earlier, lift off. Science should hold up those behind for a little bit. Oh.
Are you all right? Engine off. Engine off.
The only is the one thing that I really hate about using flashbacks is that it typically puts like throws me out of like rhythm ever so briefly, and then usually I'm catching myself out in the next corner. As soon as I can get around it, I'm okay. I'm trying, Iceni, I'm trying.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
That's what I'm trying, Mark. You're not Demon No True. No, I want my car to survive. Okay, that was better. We're pulling away from Science
Okay,
now.
we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Oh, for the love of God, really? What's it on? 34%? Sorry, no, 55%. That's well within working parameters, surely. For warship. I feel like we need better quality control. Okay, Piastri's now leading the race. We're in second. There have been some pit stops behind us. So we should probably pit this lap. But I'm slightly nervous about how far these soft tyres are going to go, judging based on how much wear there is on these. But the undercut is usually pretty powerful, and we might have to ease
Okay,
off.
be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Oh, Mark, they've been falling away for a while, mate. I think we're going to have to box this lap. I think if we don't as well, Piastri's probably going to undercut us, and we're going to come out miles away from him. We've also got Norris and Sainz behind us, so...
Pitting this lap then, coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
Don't screw up going into the pits. Okay, it wasn't the fastest pulling into the pits, but it will do. And we've got Russell in behind us, I think.
Okay, mate, that's it.
Okay,
Go,
that's
go,
decent.
go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice
Oh,
stop
bloody
time.
hell. I hate this about this game, right? It throws you out, you watch, it throws you out literally right before the pits. I've got to press one button and then it gives me immediate control back. So let's try, just as we're coming out.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
I didn't. I'm sure I didn't. Maybe I did. Okay, how are the tyres? Definitely didn't come out the warmest tyre blankets, that's for sure. driving deep there, still getting a grip. Piastri stayed out, so it'll be interesting to see where we are in relation to him at the end of all this. Would have been nice if we were a tad closer to the car in front for DRS down the back straight, but we have cleared Bottas now by 2 seconds, so at least we don't have to worry about additional ERS for that. We are gaining on Tsunoda in front. Bit late on the brakes there, but it'll be alright.
P9, you're running P9, keep going. Tsunoda ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Bottas is behind you. Okay, car behind
Okay, so they should be
trailing us,
pitting.
2.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 18.0 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, gap ahead is 7.4 seconds.
I could be wrong, but I think Piastri stayed out. He's going super long. I'm definitely braking far too early there. I'm hitting the brakes just after the 150 meter build, but I think I can probably do it closer to the 100 and just go a bit harder, especially on new tyres. Yeah, it's that one that I can brake a little bit later. Sorry, a little after the 100. That one needs to brake a little bit earlier. Oh, yeah, knew that as soon as I went to it. Right, here we go. That was all sorts of out of shape. Never mind. Calm it down. Late there as well. Come on.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
We'll do in a minute, Mark. Feels good. Now, Sainz is coming into the pits now. Prices is a very long
Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
There's Piastri. There we are. Undercuts worked. But he does have 2 lap newer tyres. So towards the end, we could be in trouble.
Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on a soft tyre.
Or
Soft
we could be in
tyres on the
trouble
car
straight away.
behind.
Especially if we do that. Well, I have just noticed we're in third. The only 2 drivers in front of us are Hamilton and Verstappen, so that's pretty good going. I don't think we're going to be able to hold on to this. Piastri's going to have the extra grip. He's going to have me down the straight anyway. Oh, very wide there. He's going to get me before the DRS line this one. Burning quite a bit of battery to hold him behind, but with DRS he's going to come by.
try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
Leclerc going great guns behind us. He's just got fastest lap of the race. Went very deep there. Piastri covered the inside line.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining.
We're going to
5
stay within
laps of
DRS
fuel remaining.
range. We might be okay. I think Piastri actually made a mistake on that corner, which helped us. That, and we've got a purple sector, sector 2. Beautiful. Speed!
And gap to the car in front is 10.5 seconds.
Problem is now it's just a game of switching back and forth on DRS. I'm not going to make inroads on Verstappen and Hamilton this late on. But perhaps we can challenge Piastri for a third place. Not forget wheel spin. I hit the wall. Against time to
Okay,
slide
we've
now.
got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm hoping with this much of a gap we might be able to hold Piastri off.
Gap to your teammate behind is 18.3 seconds.
I think we've done it. Okay, so as long as we've got about 600-700 for the car behind going into that straight, we'll be alright. Still brake later there. I'm losing quite a bit of time. Just trying to get easy on the tyres now. Right behind me again.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 10.0 seconds.
I mean, we are slowly easing into Max's gap at front, but if we do things like that, Tokyo drift style, and then Piastri goes into the back of us, it's not great. Let's watch the drift. Almost saved it, and which would have been great, right? Would have been great if we'd have been able to slide around there, catch it. We caught it initially, and then I had my foot on the accelerator just a little bit too much. It was a great little drift, and then yeah. So we'll wind that back. Need to do another Baldur's Gate 3 run. They've made it so you can recruit Mithara. Oh really? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. I'm trying to remember what happened to her. Well, we killed. I played it in my solo. I defeated her at the battle outside of the Grove. But I feel like I feel like a run with the Dark Urge, and then like working through a storyline where I'm like where you manage to bring Minthara on side would be quite cool. Yeah, definitely need to give that a go. That'd be cool. Right, let's flash back to here. Come on, no wheel spin. You get a good launch out of here. It does set us up. Seems to set us up quite nicely for the final sector. A bit closer this time. Ooh. Have to lose a gear there to get round. We lost a bit of time. He's going to be closer. I'm going to hold on to what ERS I've got left. He's going to come past us.
Right,
We've still got a few laps to come back though.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 10.1 seconds.
Almost lost it again. We're almost there, car. Come on, hold on, tyres. Had plenty of fuel. So could have gone 3 laps. 0.3 laps under. We should have him here, no problem. Oh, except if we hit the wall. Ooh. Let's use a lot of battery to try and get past him here. I'm pretty deep there. Really? A little tap then. He clips the inside corner and goes a little wide, and I think I just caught the back of him, so let's... Gotta leave me space.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I want to stay behind him until the end, but... Losing a little bit of downforce. Gonna be nice and close though. Might now use DRS. Oh, there's really not a lot left in these tyres. Okay, we should be well clear.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Cover off that inside line. Right, need to defend hard. Okay, he's not coming over and defending, or getting the slipstream, so that's fine. I'd have thought he was going to disappear in front of us with those 2 extra laps on us. I'm glad he did not. Oh. Yeah, let's pay attention still, rather than looking at the time, not the top. Oh, stay off the wall. Need to save enough ERS to defend before we get to the line.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 11.7
I really don't care.
seconds.
Go, 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 go. He's coming. Oh, Lordy, coming. Stay behind me, stay behind me, stay behind me. We've done it. Oh, there we go. Whew. Ah.
Yes, mate, I cannot complain
Blimmin' heck.
about that one. That was an excellent
Good, I'm glad you
drive.
can't
Well
complain
done.
about it, Mark. Nice to have some positive reinforcement. One. Driver of the day, Russell? Where did Russell finish then? Let's have a look. To get it before
It
we...
was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw
We
to
lost
take the
well.
win from
Alright,
Red Bull
okay.
today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that...
Red Bull are our winners today after
Yes,
showcasing
yes, but let's
some
see us on the
incredible
podium
driving.
as well,
There's
because
been a
yay,
huge
green.
push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Yeah, there we are in our weird green and gold suit. I kind of want to change it back to the more full green with gold stripes look. A bit more like the car. The car has more green on it now. It was a bit more of a golden car to start with, which was a little bit meh. But I don't think I've updated the suits yet, which I should do. Getting a little bit overexcited with my bottle of champagne there, but Adrian Newey on the podium with Max and Lewis and myself. Lovely. Well, there we go. You know what? Overall,
Let's
I know
have
there
a
were
look
quite a lot
then
of
at the
flashbacks, but
driver's
for a
standings.
track that
Max
I'm
Verstappen
not
should be pleased with his performance, making
particularly
gains
strong
at
at.
the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who
I
would
will
you
take
rank
that.
as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just
Where did
effortlessly
Russell
weave
start?
through the other drivers today without
Oh,
a
he started
care in the
15th,
world.
didn't he?
He was
So
definitely my driver
actually,
of choice.
It's
sixth
time
place.
to check out the
Um,
constructors'
yeah,
standings.
sixth place is pretty
and
good.
pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing.
Let's have a
Thanks
look
to
at the
everyone who
standings then.
joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So that's good. So we're now neck and neck with Sergio Perez, which is good. We've jumped Fernando by 4 points. We're really in the mix for fifth. Now, Lewis is only another 4 points ahead of us, so that's good. and a couple more, kind of podium finishes above the Ferraris will see us edging closer to them. We're not going to get anywhere near Max, but that's still all to play for. That's cool. So how are we doing in the constructors? Yeah, okay, a solid 4th. So I think that's where we've got to aim for, really. I don't think we're going to get close to Red Bull. I think Ferrari might start dropping down the table. Mercedes will probably start jumping up, a bit like what's happened this year, but based on pace so far in the game. So yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, we've got a healthy margin at least to Aston Martin and McLaren behind us, and then Alpine are nowhere to be seen. So yeah, definitely fighting for 4th in the constructors, which is good. Let's just have a quick look at the highlights of the race, see what it's generated for us. Sometimes they're really good, and sometimes they're just awful. You just end up getting like one lap of something, and then it jumping to the end. But I'm just going to go slow-mo. I think this is when we just ease down the inside. Yes, we managed to avoid... I think we managed to avoid contact there, which was good. Unfortunately, we then have the likes of Albon and Piastri kind of coming through, so we just let them go. And here we were fighting off the likes of Perez and then trying to stay close to Albon. It was very close at the start. In behind them, nice and tight. So we got past Albon. Albon had dropped back at this point, and we managed to get ahead of Perez. So actually, that's where Perez lost his bit of front wing. I don't know. I think you'd say that's probably a racing incident more than anything else. I don't feel like I was clear. I was very well ahead there. That was a lovely move on Norris, though. He actually held the line nicely into turn 1, but he'd gone so deep and had to give me space on the outside that it just meant that he had nowhere to come back to. I could just accelerate naturally off of the bottom of the corner, which is cool. Oh, that's a nice sideways angle there. Okay. This is me chasing down Piastri. So this was... Yeah, so he'd come out of the pits and attacked me with his fresher tyres, and then I managed to overtake him with DRS. Down the start-finish straight and then get ahead, and then this is where, again... The thing is, it changed back and forth in like the last 3 laps. Every lap, I think, didn't it? Oh, that's where I had my little knock against the wall, which pushed me back a bit. So in fact, I didn't get past him here. I was running him down here, and it's annoying. It doesn't show the overtake on lap 17, which was the good one. But I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's been a good old run. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So we finished the race. We did very well against our rival. I don't think we're going to have any problem dispatching the likes of Esteban Ocon at this point in the season, which is good. And we're bringing in more cash for the team, which is always good. Always good. Right, I'm going to do a save there, and I think I will call it there for today. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this little return to F1. And I'll not make that decision now. I will quit out the menu there. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've hope the spectacle of my racing skill hasn't put you off. And we'll try and do some more F1 races in the next couple of weeks in the run up to Christmas and or early in the new year. Try and do some more My Team. I think that'll be good fun, and whatnot. I had been looking to look at streaming a couple of new games, but I've not had a chance yet to download things and get things running. So, and I've seen I was gonna have a look at the day before. But I've been watching a couple of people stream it since it came out last night, and it is an early access game, so it can be forgiven for lots of things on that front. However, it does seem to be lacking a little bit. There's there's a lot of things it's missing that yes could come later, but I think my key gripe with it, and I think a lot of people's gripes with it are that a lot more was kind of showcased and or supposedly promised from earlier trailers and things that were said. So it's a bit difficult at the moment. I think longer term, I think it's a game that I could definitely see myself playing. However, at the moment, it feels like I'd probably enjoy it for a little bit, but then probably forget all about it. And I would prefer to have something that I can spend or invest a bit more time into right now. So yeah, perhaps we'll look to come back to a game like that a little bit later, but we will see. You're back to setting people on fire in Rogue Trader, Isn't it? Well, have fun. I will. In fact, let's go and see who's still streaming, and we can go and raid someone. Haxo was streaming earlier. He was streaming some, which I like the look of that. He's still streaming, so we will go and say hello to Haxo. Let's raid Haxo. There we go. So we'll go over to Haxo in a minute. Yes, Lethal Company. So I think we're gonna play a game of Phasmo actually this Sunday for Community Games Night, which will be good fun. But I need to pick up Lethal Company because not only have you recommended it to me, Iceni, but one of my friends has recommended it as something that we play as well. So I'll be looking forward to doing that soon as well. But yeah, thanks again for everyone for tuning on in. Hope you've all enjoyed. Hope you have a good rest of your Friday, whatever you're up to, and a good weekend. And I will hopefully catch you again really soon. Alrighty then, peeps. Ciao for now.